The NBA is officially back. If you haven't been tuning in, have no fear, we've got you covered. Here's a glimpse of what you missed during the first week of the 2024 to 2025 NBA season. The Boston Celtics received their rings on opening night, which was great for the Boston Celtics, but awful for the New York Knicks, who lost their first game of the season to the Celtics, the reigning champs. Jason Tatum went on a three-point shooting rampage and was 8 for 11 on three-point shooting. Looks like he wants to be MVP this season, but all the stars usually start off as MVP prospects. We'll see how it plays out as the season progresses. As the saying goes, it's not how you start, but it's how you finish. Also, some people feel that Jason Tatum is a little bit sour since Jaylen Brown got 2 MVP awards during their championship run last season. Some also feel like Jason Tatum should have received the Finals MVP over Jaylen Brown, but I guess that's a matter of opinion. Feel free to let me know what you think in the comments. The Golden State Warriors had an undefeated preseason where they defeated teams such as the Lakers and the Kings, just to name a couple. But of course, that's the preseason, and it doesn't count. Well, since the season has opened, the Warriors have defeated the Utah Jazz, Portland Trail Blazers, and the New Orleans Pelicans twice. Stephen A. Smith is not the only one holding a grudge against Steve Kerr for benching Jason Tatum during the Olympics. The Celtics fans booed him when the Warriors played Boston. Steve Kerr simply smiled and waved at the crowd. Some fans even trolled him by wearing Jason Tatum's USA Olympic jersey. That did not seem to faze Steve Kerr or the Warriors because they defeated the Celtics that night. At the time of this video, the only team they lost to was the Los Angeles Clippers. As of right now, the Warriors are off to a hot start, but it's too early in the season to decide if they will be title contenders or not. Draymond Green received his first technical foul of the season during the Warriors' first game. He would probably have received his second technical foul and would have been ejected from the game if Steve Kerr didn't wisely call a timeout. Speaking of Steve Kerr has decided to do what no other coach has ever done in NBA history. Well, at least I've never seen it. He's decided to play his entire roster. All 13 players have played in the first, second, third, and fourth game of the season. I personally am loving this. Before you share your opinion about this, if you do care, ask yourself, how frustrated have you been seeing players like Moody, PBJ, James Wiseman not get any playing time? Have you been seeing these players not get the time on the floor that they deserve? Well, now there's no need to complain about that anymore because everyone on the roster will play. Some sports analysts believe this is temporary, but I hope it's permanent because why have a full roster if you're not going to let them play? What a waste. In other news, Joel Embid has been suspended for 3 games without pay for shoving media reporter Marcus Hayes. Sadly, Joel Embid's brother passed away in a car accident. Condolences to Joel and his family. He decided to name his son after his brother. Clearly, this is a sensitive subject for Joel as it would be for anyone. Marcus bought it up while interviewing Joel, and he was shoved as a result. I'm not sure why a reporter felt the need to ask a basketball player questions that have nothing to do with basketball, but I digress. In Laker news, the Los Angeles Lakers, along with their new head coach, first-time rookie coach JJ Reddick, won their first NBA game during the first game of the season. The Lakers beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. It was a historic event, no, not because the Lakers won on opening night, and no, not only because it was JJ Reddick's first time coaching, but because it was the first time in NBA history that a father and son duo played on the NBA court together. Bronny James and LeBron James stepped onto the court as the first father and son duo in NBA history. The crowd gave them a huge round of applause as they made their way to the court. Bronny did not score his first NBA point until he played his third NBA game against the Cleveland Cavaliers, who greeted both him and LeBron with a welcome video. LeBron James scored 26 points and Bronny scored 2 points. To be fair, it's too early to compare Bronny to his father, so at this point we'll just watch how he progresses. It seems to me that LeBron is a really proud father, which is a really good thing. You should always be a proud father, and I celebrate this father and son duo. However, Is it just me, or does Bronny James not seem to care as much about being the first father-son duo like his dad does? He pretty much seems like a kid who's just enjoying himself and is happy to just be in the NBA. He seems to be enjoying his time in the NBA and doesn't really seem to care about what the rest of the world might be saying about him, which is a good thing. So while LeBron is trying to give him some tips, he doesn't really look like he's really into it. He kind of looks like he's saying to himself, yeah, I'm just gonna do my thing, Dad. I could be wrong, but it is fun to see them play together. It seems like LeBron has gotten everything he's ever wanted, except of course for playing with Curry, unless you count the Olympics. Side note, do you think LeBron and Steph should team up? Do you think LeBron should join the Warriors with his son Bronny? Or do you think Steph should join LeBron and Bronny in LA? Now, help me understand something. Ja Morant was playing against the Lakers, and he gave Gabe Vincent the too small sign. In return, LeBron made a shot over Ja Morant, and then gave Ja the too small sign as payback. He then made a quick basket, ran up behind LeBron, and pushed him from the back. Here's where it gets interesting. A reporter asked Ja Morant about the incident, and here's what he said.
I don't like him.
Yes, he really said that. When they asked him why, here's what he said.
They came on our home floor, beat us on our home floor, was laughing, playing.
Wait a minute. Wasn't it Ja that was dancing when the Grizzlies made a shot against the Warriors? Wasn't it Ja that was leading the pack when they were singing "Whoop That Trick" after beating their opponents? Wasn't it Ja that mocked Steph Curry's 4-point play celebration? It's okay for Ja Morant to make fun of his opponents when he's winning, but not okay for his opponents to do the same to him when his team is losing? I didn't hear Ja complain when Dillon Brooks called LeBron old. Isn't that what started this whole thing in the first place? JJ Reddick walked out of a post-game interview. This is interesting since the season just started and we're not even 10 games in yet. To be honest, I'm not even sure why he left so abruptly. The reporter didn't ask anything inappropriate.
JJ, you're talking a lot about two or three guys, getting them to put in the effort. You talked a lot about wanting to play hard and LeBron being the guy that played hard in tonight's game. How do you address that with the team? What's your philosophy for approaching that?
I just did.
Perhaps he was just upset because the Lakers had just lost to the Grizzlies. Who knows? Ja Morant just did the unthinkable. If you're an NBA fan, you may not know how to dribble like Kyrie or shoot like Curry, but you do know the basics. You know what a pump fake is, you know what a dunk is, you know what a 360 is, and you know what a layup is. But until recently, no one has ever seen all four movements done all at once at the same time, while in the air, at least until now. Ja Morant went up in the air, faked like he was about to dunk, changed his mind, in midair did a 360 and decided to end with a layup. Twice. He did that twice in one game. Now, when someone asks you, why is the dunk contest at the All-Star game not so good? Tell them it's because they don't have people like Ja Morant in it. I know he's had a lot of controversy in the past, but I think we're looking at the next face of the NBA. What do you think? For more NBA updates, watch this video.